Hi, welcome to my channel. This is Shelly's Everyday Prepping Adventures. Today I want to talk to you a little bit about meats. Yesterday I went to my local butcher shop. I'd heard all kinds of rumors. Someone had told me that the butcher shop said they couldn't get chicken. They told me that they weren't butchering anything there anymore, that they had to order their stuff out from somewhere else. And I just wanted to, I needed to pick my order up, but I also wanted to check and see how true these statements were. So I ordered 6 steaks and 10 1 pound packages of ground hamburger. And my total bill came to like $186. It's a lot of money, but it's only going to get more expensive. So I decided I'd like to have some steaks for the summer, maybe on the grill. Well, I went in, and this is a butcher shop. Now, as some of you know, I grew up on a farm. We grew our own beef, and this is the butcher shop that we would send our beef to be processed. So I went in and I talked to the lady whom I've known for probably better part of 40 years. And I asked her, I said, "Are you still butchering animals here?" She said, "Yeah, we're booked out for 2 years. If you want something butchered, you're going to have to get on the books." Okay, that answers one question. My next question was, "Are you having any problems with chicken?" And she replied, "I don't know what's going on in the grocery stores, but we're not having a problem here as yet." Also, excuse me, I have an aunt who lives in North Carolina and she works for a chicken company. She tells me at this point they don't have any problems. So I'm not sure what's going on, but I thought I would share that little bit of information with you. So what to do with it, I don't know, but she swears there's not a problem. And we did order a little bit of chicken from her because we got to go down and visit my uncle who has dementia. So my local butcher shop, they're clean. It's a great place to shop. You're supporting somebody local. Maybe you can go out and find a local butcher in your area and see, what the prices are there and make a relationship with them in case you need them. I buy also canned meats at the store. This is what I put in my long-term pantry. Excuse me again. My allergies are going crazy. Everything's blooming. So anyway, back to the canned meats. I buy canned chicken, canned roast beef, pork, tuna, salmon, and crab meat. But I only purchase what I will eat. That's important. Okay. Now the canned chicken, I buy a sleeve of canned chicken at Walmart. I think it's maybe 6 cans. I'm not sure. I should count. But comes in a sleeve, and I buy that every single time I grocery shop so that I have that chicken. Not just for myself, but I have pets. I have dogs. And I do stock up on canned dog food, but my thoughts are, what if I run out of canned dog food? I can always use the chicken. So I keep that. I buy that every time I go grocery shopping. It's just one of the things. I automatically pick it up and put it in my cart. Beef jerky. Well, any kind of jerky. It doesn't have to be beef. You can make your own jerky with the dehydrators, or you can purchase it at the store. I have noticed that it has gotten quite expensive. But beef jerky is a good source of protein to keep stored in your house for long term, or put in a bug out bag if something happens and you have to leave your house. You will have that extra source of protein. Let's see, what else did I want to talk about today? Yes, so I went to the butcher shop and I got some meat, and I have to get some stuff out of my freezer. So I have some hash brown potatoes that I picked up a little bit ago with onions, and I'm going to throw them in the dehydrator today and get them dehydrated so that they're no longer taking up space in my freezer, because I feel like, yes, I want the potatoes, but the meat is more important. Over the weekend, my husband and I discussed it, and when we were kids growing up, we would see our grandparents. I had a great grandmother who would she canned every kind of meat you could think of. She just canned it. She was born in 1897, so you can imagine. She died in 81, I do believe. Yeah, she lived a long life. But I saw her do this. She would can ground beef. She canned sausage. It didn't matter, she needed it stored, and she needed it to be stored safely, so she canned that. My husband said his grandparents did the same thing. So we had bought some chicken, frozen chicken, at Walmart, and I took it out and I hot packed it. And that's where you cook it a little bit, and then everything's hot. You put it in the jar. Anyway, I hot packed the chicken, and one bag, $121 bag of chicken breasts, made 4 pints. That's it. But it's 4 pints that I didn't have. So we canned it over the weekend, and it is now in my long-term prepper, my long-term pantry. So that's a good thing. Every time I do something, I feel a little bit better about everything. Also, over the weekend, I planted some potatoes in pots. I wanted to try that. Yes, I live on a farm. Yes, I have plenty of room to plant stuff, but I wanted to try some container gardening. So we bought some cheap laundry baskets at the Dollar Tree. I lined them with trash bags, put some pebbles in the bottom for drainage, put dirt in it, and I threw the potatoes in, and they're sprouting. I will probably do a short show you what they look like. They're out on my deck at this time. So, and my onions are looking great. I don't know if you saw my video earlier about planting onions. They're out on the deck as well in the sunshine. Yesterday it got up to 75 here in Maryland. Today it's supposed to get close to 80, so we're going to see how that works out. The sun shines directly. My deck is on the south side of the house, so it's a perfect place to put plants. We are going to but till the ground for our garden here real soon. As soon as it dries off a little bit, it's been very wet here. We've gotten a lot of rain. So only prep what you eat. I don't know if we've talked about this, but it's important that you understand that you're not wasting food, that you only prep the items that you are going to use. So very important that you understand that. You don't want to put stuff on your shelf and then 2 years later find out it's still there. You never missed it because you didn't like it in the first place, so you wouldn't have used it. Only buy what you need. How ready are you? Have you assessed where you're at? Are you a beginner? Are you just getting started? If so, I'm going to do a video on that as well. Don't panic. There's still some time, but you do need to get on it. Things are going to get real here in the United States. I believe that. I don't have any proof of it. It's just a gut feeling that I have. Things are going to get really, for lack of a better word, interesting. So please prepare yourself and your family. I beg you to please consider putting back 5 cans every time you go to the grocery store. Pick up something to help you get through. Pick up seeds so you can grow a garden. Do some research on container gardening. Learn how to do container gardening. If you just have a patio, you can just put it out there on the patio and harvest. I had a lady come in my shop over the winter, and she said, I'm still getting tomatoes off my tomato plants because she has them in her house. She was growing tomatoes in her house. I thought, that's really, wow, that's ambitious right there. But she enjoyed it, and it helped. It helped with her grocery bill, she said. So you need to take stock of your situation, make a plan for what you're going to do and where you're going to go, and start working towards that plan. Because as I said, things are going to get crazy, and I don't want to see you guys caught unaware or caught without food. So anything, grains, rice, lentils, fall under grains, but rice, and prep some water. I would advise that. Don't panic, but start doing these things for yourself. Spices, salt and sugar, pepper, whatever spices that you like. I did a short video on my spice aisle here in Maryland, and the spices were extremely low, and very picked over. So if you want some spices, you should probably pick them up and put them back. I also picked some up at the Dollar Tree. So the Dollar Tree has some good spices. Dollar General, Walmart, wherever you go. But my local Walmart is pretty picked over. I'm not sure if that's being seen in your area, but I do know that mine has it doesn't recover. I will go and buy, for example, I bought 2 bags of treats for my dogs. There was a bag left. I go back a week later. There are no treats and they haven't stocked. I asked the person stocking and she said, we don't have any right now. So it's just hit or miss. Hit or miss. So again, I say, please prepare yourself mentally, spiritually, and physically. Mentally, you need to prepare yourself. You need to understand what's coming. You need to try to maybe not accept it, but understand it and come to grips with it on some level. Spiritually, well, that's always a personal preference, but I personally believe in God. So it's whatever you prefer, but spiritually. And physically, if you are not physically capable of doing things, you should get out and at least try to walk a little bit every day to get yourself ready. What if you have to walk somewhere? What if you don't have enough money to put gas in your car and you need to walk to the store or walk to the doctor's office or wherever? I don't know. I'm just throwing stuff out. But I recommend that you try to get yourself in a good place, all three, mentally, spiritually, and physically, for what's coming. We can weather this. We can get through it. I don't know how long it'll last. I don't know exactly when it's going to hit. For some, it's already hit. For some people, they're already struggling. I talked to a man in the Dollar Tree the other day who said he's struggling. He's really struggling. So I don't know. I don't know where this is going. I just know I want to help someone. If I can help someone, then great. Please leave your comments in the comment section below, and please be kind. If you don't agree with me, that's fine. That's your prerogative. You don't have to agree with me, but we don't have to be mean to each other. So please like, share, and subscribe to this video and hit the notifications bell so you can see more videos that come out. This wasn't the video that I had planned. I had something totally different planned, but it was on my heart to share this today. Canned meats, the local butcher shop, support your local businesses. Please do that. Make friends with your local farmer. Go directly to them. If you can't find what you want, we need to support each other in these times. Farmers are suffering. They're paying a lot in fertilizer bills. They're paying a lot in seed bills. They're paying a lot for fuel to drive their tractors, to harvest and plant. And it's a struggle for every single one of us. So reach out to your local farmer, your local butcher, and support your local people, because that's where it's going to be at. Local is going to be where it's at. Your local honey grower. I love honey. You want it altered. You don't want it to be processed or anything. It'll store forever if it's not processed. So again, you want to support your local butcher, your local farmer, your local honey grower, and anybody else that you can think of that grows food that you can buy or barter with them. This is Shelly's Everyday Prepping Adventures. Thank you and have a blessed day.